Good evening, Nerdvengers. Welcome to Darren's Danger Room, which we are going to get official things for and make really, really cool. Smash that like button, and we will be started in just a couple of minutes. See you soon. So, Darren. Darren. Hey, Darren.
Hey, what's up? I like how I just started out this stream getting startled because I was zoning out.
I mean, come on. What better way? What better way to start DOS stream than by being startled? Let me startle you one more time with some bonerific news, as it were.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
more
I know.
Stuff.
Yes. Okay.
When are you going to get over this? When are you going to let it go?
So here's the thing. I wanted to talk to you about this because, we obviously, it was a thing, with the whole boner joke with WandaVision. I feel terrible. I dragged you into that stream, made you be a part of that stream. By the way, people had been reaching out to me, even more, talking to me about how that stream really upset them, et cetera, et cetera. So that's been nice.
Wait, which stream? The
one we did the one we did
the
right
watch
after.
Party one?
No, well, sort of, yeah, the one right after the watch party, yeah.
Okay.
The one where you were really negative and I was trying to hold you back, but you were
oh yeah, for sure,
so negative about WandaVision. It was really tough for the community.
People are still mad about that.
Yeah, they are.
And so your response to this is to bring it up again, the boner joke again.
Oh, but here's the thing, Darren. It's not my response. This is actually the response of the writer of the show, Jack Schaefer, who is a lady, actually. Okay. And Jack said in an interview recently, it was literally, we talked about it this week, something to the effect of, the Evan Peters thing is interesting. There's a long play there, but I can't say anything more about it. And then she sort of went on to say, if you felt like there was something missing from the show, you'll likely get that in a future thing, it being Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's my question. Do you think she's just understating that fanboys like me are super pissed and she's just trying to like throw us a bone? Or what do you think's going on?
I don't know. It sounds like probably Evan Peters has some contract to do something else down the line, and seeing the negative response to the boner thing, she's trying to be like, guys, it's going to be okay. You'll see him again. It's not the end. Don't worry. But was she implying that the boner name had some actual significance?
No, let me find the exact quote. I want to be exact for you, but more or less the stories that ran were like, WandaVision writer says there could be more to the Evan Peters cameo in the future of the MCU. That doesn't necessarily mean he is a Fox X-Men. It doesn't necessarily mean, that he'll even be any kind of crazy character or whatever. But the thing she said about the show feeling like it had something missing or whatever was so weird, like the way she said it. So let me see if I can find this.
The show has had something. Yeah, okay. Pull up the quote for me, because
WandaVision.
Yeah, I don't know. There's more to Ralph Boner. I guess that would be cool, because I felt like it was a very useless storyline. Like, there were scenes in there, like we talked about this a million times, and people loved it. Obviously, they just like can't get enough. That all of his scenes in the finale didn't make any sense to me, because they didn't allude to anything.
So here's
what's with the chest flick, bro?
Yeah, I don't get it. That's a very good point. What is with the chest flick? So here, let me read you the two quotes, okay? And these were from a thing she did with Comic Book Central podcast. And she first said, anybody who's a fan of Marvel knows it's a long game. If there's something you feel is missing or didn't deliver, chances are there's going to be another project down the line that does that thing or scratches that itch or satisfies that need. So, what do you make of that?
Them trying to explain a bad implementation of that.
Sure. Yeah. So I kind of agree with you.
It's not like that's never happened in the MCU where we're like, oh, what does it mean? But this time it's like, when I saw those scenes, I was kind of like,
yeah. Totally. Let me read what she said, sort of adding on to that, and we'll see if it adds anything to your opinion. She says, as far as Evan, it's complicated. I love what it is, and I'm going to stop talking because I can't say anything more. But I really relish the whole experience with Evan on the show.
All right. Well, damn. Right?
Like, what's that about? Because here's my thing, Darren, and I said this on one of those streams in the morning. I think I should be honest to Jack here and say that if this is just some like bullcrappy, like I feel bad about what I did, I'm trying to make everybody not hate me thing, and it's like still not really anything, I'm gonna be even more upset. Do you know what I mean? Like, either let the boner die or give me what I want. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. I was just like, damn, that means it better be good. Like, I hope it's good. Like, don't bring it up. I mean, you should have just let it die, dude. So I hope it's good.
Right? Good. Like, okay, first of all, thank you. And you know what? I'm sure that I'll check the chat, but I'm sure that they're glad that we're not fighting because.
Oh my God, we agreed, you guys.
We agreed.
Insert applause.
And I see those ridiculous stimulus check super chats. You crazy fuckers. We'll talk about those in a minute.
Oh my God, I know. You guys.
You guys, yeah. I don't think it's Mephisto. I don't think it's like a devilish thing, because that wouldn't make any sense, right? If he was really like a devilish thing and they didn't pay that off in that show, that would be like potentially even more whack than the X-Men thing, right?
I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see this amazing writing and amazing story they've come up with.
Darren is coming hot at Jack. Oh my.
Well, I mean, who knows? We could watch the next thing with him in it and be like, damn, I was so wrong. This is actually really cool. Boner, it all makes sense now. Oh my God. Like, so it may just all fall into place magically, and we'll just be eating our words, foot in mouth.
I guess. Pause. Yeah, that might be a thing. I'm hopeful. I wanted to bring it up because, well, honestly, I wanted to hear what you said about it, and any chance that I can just go, I just can't let go of the fanboy dreaming. Evan Peters, why?
Let's just bring up the WandaVision thing every time until everyone rejects us forever.
Beautiful, perfect. I'm glad we're on the same page. It's actually really nice. Okay, let's move on to Dawes Snyder Cut. Another thing that we're forcing you. I know. Sorry. Another thing that we're forcing you to be into. Snyder Cut. We had a moment last week. I got mad. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
No, I know. We don't care. We already talked about it, but you guys seem to care. So my bad.
Oh yeah, if you think we're like actually fighting, guys, it's no. Come on. Me and Josh get along great, and we actually like disagreeing because
I know
people do you have in your life that you can actually disagree with, and it's like a fun and engaging and like productive conversation. Not a lot. So when you find one, you're like, or maybe not everyone.
No, me too. I feel the same way. For me, it's like I'm like, oh, a fellow jouster.
Yeah.
Yes, well,
on guard. Let's dance.
Let's dance. So, let's talk Snyder Cut. People are pretty freaking excited, dude. I don't know. What's your take on it? I just want your raw take. I know you live in sort of a different world with this kind of stuff, but like, is there people around you that are into it? Have you noticed anything online? What's your just honest experience been?
I guess I'm more confused, or like, what are people genuinely excited about? Because I honestly don't know, because again, I'm not a huge fan of Zack Snyder's work, so I'm not just like sitting at the edge of my seat like, what's he gonna do next? When I find out what he does next, I'm like,
so no, that's
you guys
totally
let
fair.
me know how good it is.
So let me explain. I think we're gonna fight. I love it. I think that's right. I think that the main reason that all of these fans are so hyped up, and I'm maybe we can sort of take the combo in this direction, is that I think beyond just the fact that there are fans of his work that are pumped, there's a lot of people that see this as sort of a new, I don't want to say like a new age for entertainment, but this was sort of a fan outcry making a Hollywood studio spend more money to correct a wrong that they had inflicted on a creative property, which is pretty impressive in it.
So it's like a justice for the internet, essentially. Sort
of, yeah. I do feel as though there is a large part of it that is like that. You know what I mean? And for the longest time, mainstream
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Come to think of it. I mean, I think we've talked about this with like the James Gunn thing. I mean, that was like a public outcry getting answered. And I do actually remember seeing like memes and shit about that when it was first coming out. Like, we're like, come on, like I want to see Snyder, but this is bullshit. So I do remember seeing that initial outcry. I just didn't really follow it that much afterwards. So actually, that's pretty cute.
Yeah,
I do like that a lot. Even if, and like I said, I'm not really a fan of his work in general, so it's hard for me to get excited about it. But if I was, I would be stoked because that is awesome.
Yeah. No, I dig it. So I think that's sort of part of it, and you know, also, you might sort of find this aspect of it kind of interesting. There has been some kind of an effort, and it depends on how conspiratorial you want to get with this. Mm-hmm. But there has been some effort by Warner Brothers themselves to try to discredit, throw water on the Snyder Cut, even within the last 6 to 9 months. So you're definitely... Oh my God.
What are the powers that be that made this happen? So it was Warner Brothers because it's their property, right? But they don't want people to see it?
So this is what happened. For the longest time, Warner Brothers was pretty dead set against it happening. It's a bad look for them, as I said.
Yeah, for sure.
AT&T buys Warner Brothers, or due to a merger, AT&T becomes the boss. Mm-hmm. When AT&T comes in, they shuffle things around. They actually go through a bunch of restructuring. It's pretty, common. But
my brother works for that company.
Yeah. So this particular thing with the Snyder Cut was actually pitched. This is another thing that I think is really fucking cool about Zack. I really like his relationship he has with his wife, who is a producer. They work together. I'm fond of that. I like that,
Yeah.
So regardless of that, they pitched to the new Warner Brothers, and they pitched very intelligently on why the Snyder Cut would be a big move. One of the key things that they pitched, which I still find this statistic amazing, is that there were more tweets about the Snyder Cut than any other movie Warner Brothers has ever made, and it's a movie that actually never existed. Do you know what I mean? So, like, when they started to measure the social media impact of that fandom, Zach was able to pitch that to, especially with, so Jason Kilar is the new CEO. Well, he's not the new CEO of Warner Media, but he's the CEO of Warner Media that now sort of has more control of, regardless, Jason Kilar comes in and basically he's a tech guy. Okay. It's a telecommunications company. He comes in and sort of, from what we're hearing, kind of forced the hand of some people over at, Warner Brothers Studios in Hollywood. They were not super fond of it. So, and here's some of the things. Let me just take you through some of the things that happened. When the cut was originally screened for the pitch that I just described to you, Hollywood reporters came out and said that it was universally despised by Warner Brothers executives. Now, that is clearly not true because the fucking thing got greenlit like weeks later. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that actually happened, right?
I also don't, like, trust the Warner Brothers executives.
Right?
Judgment.
I mean, who would, right? That's a fair point. There was other things, like, they put out there was a fake story. Like, do you know anything about the Ray Fisher situation? We don't have to, we're not going to go into that. Okay, but you do know about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know
that, so they just didn't want any more publicity around the Justice League because of whatever Ray Fisher was doing, and then also it's like a bad look when their original movie flopped, and then Zack Snyder's like, okay, well, I can save it. It makes it look like it was the studio's fault and not Zack Snyder's fault.
Yes.
Getting the gist.
Exactly.
I could see that. I mean, if the past few decades have been any indication, Warner Brothers isn't exactly the most fan-friendly, content-friendly, audience-friendly corporation in the terms of, like, money is always what drives every single decision that they do. And so it doesn't surprise me that they would take the studio reputation stance as opposed to being able to see the bigger picture, which is just like, you already fucked up. Nobody liked the Justice League. It was a huge flop. Like, everyone talked shit about it. And now you have an opportunity here. Okay, it makes me feel like there should be some younger people in that boardroom, because anyone with some, like, internet savviness would know that, like, pop culture and, like, meme culture and what gets actual eyes on a story, that's the future. That's where it's at. So it's just like, if you want to be talked about, if you want to keep going, follow that vibe instead of just being like, well, that's
I mean, partially why I've been even extra interested in it is it sort of does feel like a new media sort of, and you know, it's funny because Zach is older, but he just, like, has always had like a punk rock attitude, and I think he just kind of, I mean, his fans are great, honestly. That's really what it is. His fan base is pretty incredible, and very passionate, you know, but it's, in some ways, I think that is why I'm sort of more drawn to it, is that it is a new media, old media thing going on. And, like, I am no fan of the ugly side of Hollywood. Like, I love comic book movies and I love cinema and I love movies, but I mean, Hollywood is, you know, you don't need to have that. Like, they can clean it up, right? So for me, I don't know. There's a side of me that's like, I want the Snyder Cut to win and win big because I know certain...
Just like proof a point.
Right. Well, there's some really toxic people at Warner Brothers, like, that really don't want this thing to succeed, you know?
I believe it.
So... yeah, it currently, the hype seems to be pretty real out there, and I know that Warner Brothers is waiting to see how the numbers are for, you know, the release. The next 72 hours are a really big deal for them, but...
Which is funny, too, because, like, you think they would be all about this, because it's not like they've been actually, like, knocking it out of the park lately. So to have an opportunity to make some side money on something they've already done, you think they'd be like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, well, you know, the other side of it too was that when they introduced the idea of the multiverse, and this was literally talked about at DC Fandom, so we talked about it with some, like, leaks and spoilers, you know how we do, but then DC literally codifies that by talking about it directly at the DC Fandom event, which was their big official thing last year.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, okay, so the multiverse is how they're going to be able to have Zack's stuff on HBO Max. They'll have stuff with Keaton in the movies, and then also Pattinson, and then this stuff over there. And I'm like, why not? You know, one of my biggest frustrations with DC has been they are so boomerish with their stuff that, like, they won't let you have, like, multiple Batmans. Like, I remember we couldn't get Batman on the CW universe, and the thing people would always say is, like, well, he's got the show on Fox. I'm like, dude, Gotham is stupid, and it's this little boy Batman. Just give me Batman in the Arrowverse. I don't understand it. But DC's like, no, we don't want to confuse the audience.
Yeah, it's like, I think we got it, guys. Like, I think we'll survive. I think we'll figure it out. We've been seeing Batman movies since, like, I don't know, the 70s.
Dude,
we somehow
for real,
it out.
what in the actual F? Like, Warner Brothers blows me away, dude. Warner Brothers is so shitty. They make Lucasfilm look all right. It's crazy. It's wild. It's wild. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, so I guess that's why, like, I can't get too hyped on it. I like the cultural aspect of it. That gives me a deeper appreciation for it. So maybe that'll get me through the first 2 hours. And then hours 3 and 4.
You know what? And you know, just so everybody knows, like, Darren is definitely not joining us on our crazy fucking 4-hour adventure later in the day. She's gonna watch it like a normal person over the weekend, and then we'll talk about it next week. But we will.
A whole other bag of cats. I don't know. We'll see. But again, I don't really like Zack Snyder's movies, so.
No, I know. I can't wait to berate you. I mean, discuss it with you next week.
Yeah.
It should be really fun.
I just don't understand, like, what could happen in that movie that would make it good. But maybe that's the magic of cinema. Who knows?
Yo, dude, we're gonna need a referee if we ever do this show live. I'm coming across the table.
Justice League is so bad.
Dude, I know. But you're saying you don't know what they could do to make... I mean, Black Suit Superman isn't enough for you? Black Suit Superman isn't enough?
I don't know. I also just don't like the way they film fights in general. That, you know who has a great video on this is one of my favorite YouTubers, the Nerd Writer. He does great videos. Oh my God.
The Nerd Writer? I'm not familiar, actually.
Oh my God. Fantastic.
Yo,
he makes videos about literally everything.
Cool.
But then he made this one video about the physics of superpowers in movies, and he was comparing, like, DC and Marvel movies, and I think he was using Batman vs Superman, but he was saying how, like, what Marvel does a good job of is, like, establishing the physics of everybody's superpowers. Like, even though they're supernatural and they're not, you know, human strength, you get from just, like, the beginning, like Captain America, you kind of know how hard he can punch, how fast he can run. Same with Iron Man, same with the way Spider-Man moves. There's, like, a physics to everybody's power. So when the actual powers are being used, you kind of, like, feel the weight of it. And he talks about, like, feeling physics in movies is, like, a huge part of the reaction. And he uses that scene from, like, The Dark Knight, where, like, the semi flips, and that's, like, a real thing. That wasn't, like, CGI, that actually happened. So when you're watching it, you're like, holy shit, just like, ugh, like, feel it in your chest. And then he uses kind of like the Batman vs Superman thing, where it's like every punch has the same physical weight to it in the way it's filmed, that it's hard for it to feel like, it's hard to feel the stakes of it when it's just like punch, 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 punch. And then another example he uses, which is great. He's like, it's better to use a creative use of their powers instead of just having them punch at greater lengths. And he uses the Captain America Civil War scene where Captain America runs out of the car. He's like, that's a creative use of his power instead of seeing him use the same power but in, like, a different scene. It's like, that's how you do it. So that's like another thing where I'm just like, I don't know if I can watch 4 hours of
punching, Superman punching. I could watch 16 hours of Superman punching
if there was, like, real gravity to it. But since everyone's punch in that movie feels exactly the same, it's kind of like,
well, Darren, you know, I actually think, you know, as just being real, you know what I mean? Because I totally respect where you're at. I actually think you're in a position that you might be actually pleasantly surprised with the Snyder Cut, because...
So I would love to be. I would be very down if it...
Yeah.
All I want is to like the Justice League. That's all I want.
Dude, right? Well, okay, so just, you know, let's just kind of leave it there and we'll see where you're at with it. But the last thing I'll say on it is I mean, what I'm hearing is like really fucking positive. You know what I mean? And it's 4 hours, but it's probably 4 hours of a lot of character development. I mean, Zach does,
which is
really
like my
slow.
soft spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's Zach's soft spot too, though. You know what I mean? Like, he does do those sort of really slow burn stories. That's his style. He's got the freedom to do it. I'm excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Sort of outside of
I will also
theatrical expectations, right?
Yeah. I will also be a little bit skewed because all I've been doing for the last week has been watching My Hero Academia.
Yo, I love that
and
show, dude.
The most creative show.
It's really good. Yeah, Deku.
Of all time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then so when I go into Justice League, I'm just gonna have like My Hero Academia standards and be like,
oh my
maybe
god!
I need to like, take
dude.
myself out of it. Maybe I need to separate myself.
We're gonna fight. Okay. No, that's cool. Hey, I love that anime. That anime's dope. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out.
So many tears. I cry so much.
Let's talk a little Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then we might get out of here a little earlier because I have to like try to get some sleep.
What? Sleep?
All right. Anyway, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier this week, first episode. How pumped are you? What are you expecting? Let me know.
I'm pretty pumped. I have been reading a bunch of like Falcon and Winter Soldier comics just to like get myself like in the zone. I'm like, because then I don't really know anything about them, so I'm like, okay, well, let's go learn some shit. So I just started reading a bunch of Falcon and Winter Soldier comics. Unfortunately, there weren't really any that I liked that much. There was one Winter Soldier comic that I actually really dug. It was like Winter Soldier, Winter Kills, and then there was one issue of it, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, no.
I was like, the one that I liked, there was only one issue of it. But yeah, coming from like the comics and trying to get some like backstory of like expectations, I didn't really get much from it.
I mean, that's interesting because I wouldn't have even thought to do that. So like in my mind, like when I was because they've never had like a really great run together. They had a few moments in the 2017-2018 run where they had Sam take over as Cap, but really the juice of that story, old man Steve Rogers was still around, and so that
their like duo comic wasn't good. So but I was just reading like their runs individually too.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah.
See what's up, but yeah, I don't know. In the comics, they're not really it for me. But I love them in the movies, so I just think it's going to be a totally different experience. I love what the MCU has done with them, so I'm actually super pumped. Mm-hmm. I'm very, very excited.
Cool. Yeah, no, me too. I've been telling people for a while. This is like my most anticipated thing in Phase 4. I'm a sucker for a buddy cop thing, and this buddy cop dynamic feels so strong. Like, I love it, and I love a little Ebony and Ivory. Like, I do. Ebony. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for it. You know what I mean? So,
so wait, then what are you excited for? This is the thing you're most hyped for. What would be the thing that just blew your socks off?
So, you mean what's the Ralph Boner of this show for me? What's the Ralph Boner?
What would just make you so happy?
That would be Thunderbolts, likely. So, if I'll tell you the thing that would give me a raging. Okay.
A raging.
Anyways, sorry, Mom. I will tell you the thing that would excite me quite a bit would be Red Hulk. And honestly, I don't even need full-on Red Hulk. Just have William Hurt just look over at the serum. And that's all I need. You know what I mean? Just set it up a little bit like that. But I am looking forward to perhaps some introduction about Thunderbolts, some of the machinations of the government.
I don't know what Thunderbolts is.
I mean, no, that's cool. So let's go through Thunderbolts. Give me a second.
I was reading for my edumacation.
Oh, I'm going to get you educated. Don't worry. So the Thunderbolts, the main thing is, and this is going to sound crazy, is Norman Osborn, okay? Now, this crazy thing happens at the end of Secret Invasion, where the Skrulls are in D.C., kind of storming the Capitol, you know what I mean? I didn't want to say it, but they're kind of storming the Capitol. So, they're there.
I have read Secret Invasion, but not in, 10.
Dude, it's awesome. We're gonna. Ooh, you got it.
I haven't read it in so long.
Yo, it's so good. It's so good. And the main book is really interesting. I love the way it begins with like Dum Dum Dugan and crazy shit like that. But regardless, Norman Osborn.
Reread that then.
Well, we're going to start a reading club. We're going to have to go through all this stuff because I legitimately think this is where Marvel's going with this. So basically what happens is Norman Osborn kills the Skrull Queen. The entire world sees Norman Osborn kill the Skrull Queen. At the time, he was running an organization called Thunderbolts, which was a group of reformed supervillains that were basically it's almost like the Suicide Squad from DC, where they could work off some of their time or get back in the good graces of the government by sort of renting out their powers to be used, but they're not good enough to be an Avenger, so they were Thunderbolts. So anyways, after he kills the Skrull Queen, they give Norman Osborn control of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers.
This is ringing a bell.
Yes.
That rings a bell.
So that's where
That's where Secret Invasion starts, right?
That's where Dark Avengers starts. So that's like after Secret Invasion. That's when Norman and his new.
That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, the Dark
Norman Osborn being in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whoo, that shit was wild. So that is something I'm really hoping that we're heading to. And so that I guess is the fanboyish path.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back and reread that because if that's the literal only thing I can remember, it's not a lot.
Yeah, no. It's you should definitely reread it. It's a good run. And honestly, we watched I've watched some like recap videos on it and stuff too. There's some great videos that sort of just because it is a lot. My brain gets jumbled on that kind of stuff too, like cuz I sometimes can't remember like when was Avengers Initiative and when was like the Wanda and Vision stuff going down? Like I don't know. It all blurs together for me.
You're the encyclopedia here. You're supposed to remember all this shit. Come on.
I don't. I definitely can't remember it all, dude. Like it's.
You know what I would really love to see in the show that I really miss about Marvel. Actually, now that we are talking about like the whole physics of movement and whatnot, I actually really do thoroughly enjoy that. That was like one of my favorite parts of Captain America Civil War was their almost like dance-like execution of all the fight scenes. I thought it was like truly a masterpiece. Like watching how detailed and deliberate they were about everyone having like a specific fighting style and and how that paired up with all these other people was just so cool. And I like Bucky's fighting style. I like Falcon's fighting style. They have an individual fighting style that's already established, and I would love to see that dance again. It's like a dance.
It really is. Awesome. No, it really is. They do fantastic work with those two characters and their power sets. And from what it looks like in the trailers, it does look great. Like there was a scene in one of the trailers recently where he gets like kicked, like Falcon gets like kicked off one of the trucks. And like he opens his wings, catches the air, flies away. It just looked crazy. It was one of those like shit moments, and I love it.
We're gonna talk to birds. Is that gonna be a thing?
Well, he's got Redwing the drone, and not an actual bird in the MCU. So
they're just gonna ditch that. They're like too weird.
Little too weird, I think. Well, I think they even dropped that.
They just introduce it this late. They're just like, he's like, I've been doing it the whole time. You guys didn't know? They're just like.
That would actually be fantastic. That would be amazing. But yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to the show. I think it's going to be a better pace. I shouldn't say better, a more acceptable mass audience pace than WandaVision. WandaVision started out pretty weird.
To even one more thing on like the previous point is I actually thought it was interesting, even in the fight scenes with Captain America and Bucky, even though they have similar fighting styles, like on purpose, it was still different enough where it was like dynamic. It was super engaging.
Yeah,
how do they do that? How do they do?
They're just really good. They're just really good at what they do.
The choreographers and the fight choreographers are just chef's kiss. Mwah.
Oh, for sure. I love that scene where they're fighting Spider-Man.
Oh,
in Civil War.
So good.
It's amazing.
It's so good. I told you how like when I first saw that scene, I literally cried because I was just so amazed by the detail and effort they put into it that I just cried.
I know, right? I know. Well, I think we're gonna get a little bit of that love in the show. Yeah. All right, let's talk one more crazy thing about Falcon Winter Soldier, then we're gonna get into Q&A. Yeah. ladies and gentle beings, let's talk about the inevitable mutant in the room. There are rumors that mutants may be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but after WandaVision, I don't know if I'll ever love again.
Yeah.
Darren, you help me. How should I approach this as a responsible, nerdy adult?
Who's the mutant? Who's the supposed mutant?
There's rumors of Omega Red.
Okay.
We are going to Madripoor. Now, that's more or less confirmed that we're going to Madripoor. But Omega Red's the big rumor. There's a slight rumor of even Logan. But that seems pretty outlandish.
I don't know. I doubt that. That seems... Unless...
Unless...
Omega Red.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to look on. So he's the white, like literal white. I meant not like
albino.
the white guy. I meant like it's like
he's
literal
a white
albino.
guy. Yeah, no, he.
Like he's like a white samurai looking.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Ooh, I'm actually very excited to see how they. Because like honestly, another thing that Marvel does great, just like hyping up Marvel right now, is their use of their costume design. I love.
Yep.
And their character design as well.
Look,
and Omega Red is such a corny ass. It's such a corny ass looking character. So I would be super excited to see how they like modernize that.
If they can make him work, I would be so down. I mean, Madripoor is a place where there are a lot of mutants. Darren, are we?
That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't say. I feel like that wouldn't be hard to introduce. Like they did with Wanda and Pietro with their like testing facility, because that's like what it was. So it's like they can do another one of that shit if they want.
True.
And they just have like this big scary guy come out that they have to fight. Yeah. That could be a good way to start with the testing stuff and have that maybe like link to like Weapon X if that's what they want.
That's exactly So that's exactly the rumor, is that it might link to Weapon X or the Russian Red Room program with Black Widow. Some of that stuff might be kind of sprinkled into the show. But again, after the blue balls from the Ralph Boner, it's hard to love again,
Again, it makes me laugh because I just don't get it. Like, I'm like, oh, Omega Red, that'd be awesome. And then when it doesn't happen, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, I know you would be. And I would be like, you did it again, yeah, very
Even
mature.
if the show was like super good, you would still be sad? Is that what would happen?
No. Yes. Yes, because see, I would like the show. But
even if the show was like perfect, like all the story elements fit exactly as they were supposed to be, it was all like a well thought out planned thing. There just wasn't Omega Red in it. You'd still be like, meh.
Oh yeah, big time. The community is going to go through a hard time. Let me explain something.
Why though?
It's going to be rough on everybody. Feige, if you're watching this, it's going to be rough on everybody. I want you to think about this.
Why though?
Think about what you're doing. Put Omega Red in there. There's still time. You could just put him in there digitally.
Oh, he's just like a fucking Tupac hologram in the back. Like,
I would take that. I'd be okay with that.
Also,
anyway.
I don't like the hate that people have thrown at Feige for WandaVision, because that guy has literally created a universe that we all simp super hard over.
I simp Feige super hard, but
fuck off, Feige.
Look, I tend to agree with that idea and that sentiment. I think White Shug, as we call him around here, we don't call him by his government name. Anyway. We don't call him by his government name. No, we do. Feige is amazing. Can do no wrong, but kind of did some wrong.
He can do wrong. But that's the thing. It's like, he's going to do some wrong. People are like, Feige, fucking idiot. And you're like, is he though? He's really
Definitely
not.
But that boner joke was a dick move.
As if like Kevin Feige was in the room, like, you better put that boner joke in.
But like, come on, man. Why don't you just say, I know sweaty nerds. I've been around them a while. I would just not do the boner joke, Jack. I would name him something else.
I gotta assume he's got a lot going on. It's a lot, honestly.
True, so, like, you gotta pick your battles.
Joke.
The boner joke is a big battle, man. That's a big old boner you gotta tackle.
Okay, so if there's no mutants in this show again, you're gonna get really upset. Noted.
I'm gonna try not to. No, look, the show's gonna be dope. I'm gonna be excited regardless. I think it's gonna have some really cool stuff going on. And if Thunderbolts happens, perhaps I'll be able to let go of the mutant thing. But I just would, I would really like mutants. Like, my thing is this. For sure, he doesn't owe us anything. He could take his time with mutants. He's got a whole plan. But at the same time, I think the homie should and does understand that something as small as the word mutant being used would go a long way. Yeah. For these nerds. So that's all I'm saying.
Easter eggs. I would love some Easter eggs. Like, that would be so fucking dope, because it's like the entire beginning, like phase 1 of MCU was just all Easter eggs. Truly and honestly, it was just like Easter egg here, Easter egg there, Easter egg and end credits. Easter egg. It was like, and that was honestly very well done, and it was fine, and I didn't feel like I was like, why didn't I get it now? Like, it was exciting to see like what was going to come. Personally, I would rather, it would be hard, but I would rather wait like literally 5 more years for a really solid mutant storyline than just bring them in for the sake of it.
Yeah. No, I get you. I think we could maybe meet in the middle. You know what I mean? And not have to make
like, if it took 5 years, I'd be like very sad, because it's like, I know he's about the X-Men and I would love to see them. But if it meant doing it right.
True.
And doing it the best that they possibly could, I would wait for however long they wanted to do.
Perfecto. I'm with you on that. We can agree on that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into Q&A now. Feel free to drop your simp money. Simp responsibly, but do simp. For Miss Darren Wood. I did want to remind everybody, for real, though, if you don't know, the super chats from these streams do go directly to Darren. We love Darren over here. She helps us out. And,
did I just inadvertently put lipstick on because of the simp money? I was like, guys,
I mean, I wasn't going to point it out. But yeah. So anyway.
For it.
Yeah. So anyway, Big Stevie says, not going to be able to hang as I have to be able to get up for the watch party. But here's to Darren. Great addition to the Den family. Not trying to start a super chat war. Just want to spread some wealth. Take my stimulus money. See, our community is so sweet. So, like,
thank you. So that's honestly a super generous donation, and love for me joining means a lot to me, because I am coming in like your guys' community. So it feels very, very well. Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, they are a good bunch for sure, man. And I appreciate you, Steve. You're probably not even watching at this point because you're getting the rest that I should be getting.
I see you. I appreciate you.
Right. Dude, he's the best. JT with the $101 super chat. Oh, he's trying to outdo. Says, we want some belly rubs. Oh, God. Do you know the story of the belly rubs?
No, but this is like making me blush. You just can't see because I'm wearing like so much makeup. But it's a lot of money, guys.
Yeah, no, it's very sweet. It's very sweet of you guys. I'll spare you the belly rub story. I screwed up.
I want to know why.
I screwed up and did a belly rub, and there are some people in the community that like it when I do belly rubs now, and they want me. I can't do it anymore. I had to cut them off. There's no more belly rubs. Look, I'll send you a video after this that will make you understand. Just trust me. Trust me. It's a thing, and no mas. No mas. Mike Porter said, pretend this is much more. Love it, Mike. You wild son of a bitch. Hello, Darren and Josh.
Hey, anything counts.
For sure,
anything
man.
Counts.
For sure. That's simping responsibly right there.
That is simping responsible for yourself.
Indeed. AJ Zalia says, Evan Peters is Nicholas Scratch. Could be. Have you heard that rumor? That's Agatha's son in the comics. He's like demonic and shit.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, it could be cool. I still don't understand. The big thing that I don't get is, like, why did he say, like, don't hurt me? Like when he, you know what I mean? Like when he came to or whatever, he's like, "Don't hurt me." But like if you're a speedster, like
hold on, I have to cough. I honestly can't make sense of anything that happened because it was so vague that I was just confused.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it, and I guess that's the difference between like an Easter egg and just being actually vague to the point where you're like, was I supposed to be into that? Because what?
Yeah, no, dude. Trust me, I'm there too. I think right now, like I'm trying to pick up the pieces of, frankly, just kind of some sloppy writing. You know what I mean? And like I think that's where the fans are at.
Anything possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna forget it until it means something.
Yeah, and then well, it must be nice to not get so emotionally attached to these sort of things. Anyway, Mike says Evan Peters will be Simon Williams, Wonder Man. Darren's Danger Room is a great addition to the Den of Nerds network. Love the vibe. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, we love Darren around here, man.
Very much appreciate that. Yeah. Again, with the speculating, like he could literally be anyone. Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows, man? He could literally be anybody. I would like Wonder Man to come in. That would be
like
cool.
Literally any guess is as good as any random ass guess because we have zero information.
True.
Except a boner joke.
True. Boner chicks. They're all over.
And then he can flick her chest real hard. Apparently.
Dude, trust me. Sometimes... never mind. I'm not going to do it. Andrew Gibo says, justice for Cyclops. We know...
Justice for Cyclops. Hashtag justice for Cyclops.
Darren loves it. Maybe we will get some justice for Cyclops. Lord Vito with the 105. Beating out JT says, I don't even know what I'm trying to beat JT, but good soldiers follow orders. Big fan of all the Den girls. Darren, Elisa, Whitney, Gray, Colisto. Hope you guys have a nice night. I'll see you later tonight for the 3 a.m. watch party. Thanks a lot, Vito. We appreciate it.
Happy International Women's Month. Shout out to the ladies.
Indeed. I call our female fans the Lady Vengers. And we have some terrific Lady Vengers.
Just Avengers, but with a lady in front of it.
Yeah, it's super lazy.
Nice.
Sorry. Mike says,
oh, yeah, and by the way, another time of the week, that is a Bill Burr ladies thing. Someone in the chat a while back.
Oh, really?
It's just how Bill Burr says ladies, and it's hard to not say it every time I say the word lady.
What is it? Ladies? Like kind of like that?
Ladies.
I like that guy.
That's great.
Mike Porter says, Nerd Vengers will take over the world. Yeah, we will, but don't tell anybody, Mike. Jeez. Owen Rhodes says, bank account 1400.05. You asked how much for French fries? Me. I asked how much for the franchise.
What? That was a wild ride.
That was a wild ride, Owen. You know what? That's a very good use of that $5, I gotta say. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Mike Porter says, Park Outdoors got to see Snyder Cut early. P-O-S. I don't know what
Dude, seriously, if I do like the Snyder Cut, it will be like plot twist of the century.
It will be like a plot twist. I can't wait for you to like it.
So interesting.
I can't wait for you to like it.
I'm going in with the most optimistic heart possible.
I can't wait for you to like. Jonathan Velasquez says, Shackman to ET Online. For the fans that were disappointed, I'm just going to say the multiverse is coming. Mutants are coming. So there you go. Don't tell me he said that, Jonathan. And also send me the link on Discord because I'm really hoping he said that. Mike Porter
but even if he did said that, that's not like a win.
It doesn't mean anything about. I know. Yeah. You're right. But maybe what I'm hearing there is, at the very least, them being like, oh shit, I guess we shouldn't have just put a boner joke in their face, and a little bit of humility from these people is most welcome. I still won't forgive them.
What would be enough for you to let the boner thing go? What would it take? Shackman on his knees apologizing, saying how wrong he was.
No. I think if maybe if it was actually the Fox X-Men Pietro.
That's all. That's the only thing.
Pretty sure that's probably it. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
keep sad. Right. Keep suffering.
Mike Porter said, "Forget Star Wars. I rather see Den of Nerds, SC Wars, Secret Wars, Den of Nerds, Super Chat Wars. Oh, Den of Nerds, Super Chat Wars.
I get it.
We have had
Thank
some
you for
super
figuring
chat
it out
words.
before me. I did not get it.
I was like, what the fuck? Knight1223 says, if this movie was 6 hours long, I would watch it. Let's go.
I'm gonna watch it like a TV show. I feel like, unless it's so good and it actually does just like keep me in for the whole 4 hours, I'm just gonna like watch it like a TV show.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're gonna take potty breaks. I am
Yeah.
definitely gonna need some potty breaks. So, it's gonna be an adventure. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm trying not to think about it too much and just do it, because like you're talking about a 5-hour stream, then I'm gonna go live and talk about it.
You're gonna be speaking gibberish.
Yeah, it's like a school day. It's like a school day of brain jarbling Snyder Cut goodness.
I just, as you know, the longer you stream, just the weirder it gets.
Trust
and just
me,
like the
I
more
know.
just like gibbly goop comes out, you're just gonna be speaking nonsense, buddy.
I'm gonna gibbly gloop all over these motherfuckers. Caleb Herring says, just curious, with the Hawkeye update coming tomorrow, do you all ever play any DC/Marvel games like Injustice or the Avengers game? Who do you main? You're not really much of a gamer, Darren. You're just getting into games. Did you ever play any
Justice? I did watch the cutscenes, I think, of Injustice and Injustice 2.
Yeah.
Because my friend I asked my friend, I was like, I just want to like, I told you this, I was like, I just want to like someone else other than Batman and Superman. I just want to like any other Justice League character. And so he gave me all these movies and stuff to watch. And he's like, actually, weirdly, watch cutscenes from these video games because it's really, really good. And it was. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it'd be my kind of game because I like more RPG kind of games.
Yeah, that is a super really cool. Dude, that game is awesome. I remember being blown away by the story in that game because they did that company did, I think it was like NetherRealm or whatever. They did Mortal Kombat versus DC, which was really cool, but like lacked any actual story. The story they put into Injustice, I was like, yo, this
I was like very impressed. But then again, I like to fight. Of course, the people I like the most are Batman and Superman. Which happens every single time.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, come on.
I know, but it's just like I kept wanting to like other people, and then at the end of everything I watched, I was okay. Well, I still just like. Although Harley Quinn looked great in that.
Yo, she sure did.
So did Poison Ivy.
Yeah, she sure did.
The girls were looking fine.
Actually,
everyone was super hot in that game. Come to think about it.
Yeah.
It was a real hot game. People were like very
pretty
attractive.
hot. It was like really hot.
It was like a really hot game.
Oh my god. No, you're right. I like that one a lot. And then for me too, I really liked Marvel vs. Capcom.
Like Gorilla Hot. Sorry.
God damn it. Grodd, so hot right now.
Have you ever seen that handsome gorilla? It makes me laugh every time.
No, I haven't seen the handsome gorilla. What's that?
There's an actual gorilla in Japan that is like handsome, and it's like a meme because he's like literally handsome. It's the fucking weirdest, funniest thing ever. I'm not. You gotta look it up.
I don't know if I want to.
It's a hot gorilla. It's very funny.
Gonna be honest. I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, Capcom.
Yeah, Marvel's Capcom 2 I liked a lot. Marvel's Capcom 3, I think. Yeah, that one was awesome. And then Infinite I didn't play. I thought that one was kind of lame. But I'm really looking forward to Arkham Knights, I think is what it's called. It's like the next DC game or whatever. That's going to be real chill. So that's where I
do like the stories and stuff in games. Like I could fuck with that. I could.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And it's co-op, so maybe we'll force you to
Creed.
play it on stream with us. That'll be fun.
Oh my god, that'd actually be super fun. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Lawrence Skia says, with Cap gone, will Bucky or Sam be the one to continue the tradition and fall horrifically from 12 stories high and hit 6 things on the way down? You know, that was a very well-crafted message. You had me there in the first half, I'll be honest. So well done. I don't know, man. Why not? Throw him down 12 stories, man. See.
You know, he's got those wings, so I'm going to go for Bucky.
Yeah, that's true. Fair point.
You can just ride that arm the whole way down.
True. Brock says, anyone else disappointed we might not see old Cap in action? I was looking forward to seeing a beefcake veteran Steve Rogers. Will we ever see it? So I don't...
He was so old in it, like in Endgame. That I'm like, I don't feel like it's like... He was like frail old.
No, but... So he definitely looks frail old. But I think frail old Steve could still whoop some ass.
So it's like frail old, and he just like takes his shirt off, and you're like, dang, am I attracted to an old ass man? What is happening?
I mean, yeah. I mean, for some people, I'm sure, Darren, yeah, that probably happens. For other people, they're just like, yeah, that's a strong ass old Captain America.
They just like, well, they're like, be my dad. It's just totally different reaction.
Yeah. Well, different strokes, different folks, Darren, So, I there's a rumor that we'd see like old Cap or whatever. I'd love to see old Cap.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it really would be, huh? Yeah.
I would be down.
I'd like it. Derek Jones says, after watching the Snyder Cut, remember to contact a physician if you experience a 4-hour boner. Yeah, well, that's another reason we're going to have to take breaks, because if it's as good as I think it is, yeah, we can't be risking that.
Like blood clots.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nope, it's a real thing. Matt Conduit.
I say that like I haven't sat for 4 hours at a time. LOL.
Pause. Matt Conduit says, Marvel does a great job making the powered fights feel real. They interact in logical ways, much like Brandon Sanderson does with the Cosmere. Man, they're clever. You've got some clever fans, because these are like Inception style super chats. What is happening? I know. I don't
We're
like
just inspiring them to think beyond. It's so cute. I'll just take credit for their amazing.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Their amazing crafted message.
No, I'm gonna go. You call it credit. I call it blame, because I'm getting upset.
Another shout out to that fight. Oh God, Black Panther's like feline style, like fighting style against Captain America's like hand to hand combat boxing style.
Yeah,
just chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. So good. We had this discussion. We were talking the other night about how the Russo brothers are so good that literally, like, I like Captain Marvel more in the seconds that she's in Endgame than in her own movie. I like Black Panther more in Civil War than I do in his whole movie. Yeah. Like, the Russo brothers are so good; they elevate every single one of those characters in the films that
their real strength is like ensemble movies, which is such a weird.
Yeah, you're right.
Weird strength.
Such a weird skill to have.
Until the MCU, it's like, how would a director have even planned for this? Because logically, Joss Whedon seemed like a great fit for that, and he did really good with the first Avengers, and then Ultron. I think it was just too much. I still really enjoyed Age of Ultron. But you could just tell, like, Joss Whedon, you're great at character writing, you're great at all that shit, but it's like the large ensemble thing. I think he struggled a little bit. And then like the Russo brothers come in, fucking no wizardry they cast, but they're so adept at that.
Well, I think I don't know for sure. I would have to see. I just get a feeling that actually they didn't come in with an ego at all. So they're able to put in the connective tissue that Feige needs with not a lot of creative compromise. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, dude, chill. You need this to happen? I can make that happen in a really cool way. Where a person like Joss Whedon is a little bit higher on their own farts, and he's probably like, oh, you want to do this? Well, I'm Joss Whedon. I wrote the script this way. You know what I mean? So I think that could have been a part of it too. And,
I was just on them, it's difficult because they both came from TV shows that were both very good and very creative, but Community is just the greatest show.
Yeah, I mean, it's just on another level.
Good. It's just
and to your point, it handles multiple cast members that are all unique and uses them all
weirdly unique.
Like
Buffy, so it's like Buffy, and Firefly. Firefly had really unique characters too.
Yeah, no, they did. Again, but they are pretty.
So Joss Whedon was a good choice, and it seemed like it would fit because it did until it didn't. And then the Russo brothers just came in, and how the fuck did they do it, man?
It's crazy. It's crazy, which is why I'm so excited. I really do believe that they will come back to do Secret Wars, and I'm quite interested.
I hope so.
They're doing a bunch of intimate stuff right now, like this Cherry movie and all the other stuff that they're doing, which is fun, and I hope it's cool. But I would really like to see them come back and nail Secret Wars. It'd be amazing. Mike Porter says, Parker wanted me to super chat again, so Park Outdoors bacon steak chicken. Beautiful. And I don't know who Parker is. Is that your boy, Mike? Let me know. Alma Pow says, trying to become a nerd venger, but YouTube won't let me. Dude, I know. YouTube is the worst. And it's also the best. So he wants to become a member, like, the channel member to get some of the cool stuff that we have, like the emojis and all that. And it's like not letting him, like on certain things, like when you go to click it or whatever, like it doesn't work. It's
kind of annoying.
Yeah. Alma, look for a link. Someone will probably put a link into the chat, so look for that. Daniel says, simping responsibly. Looking forward to the chat next week for sure. Take my money. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love.
It's me taking it.
Yes. Nice. And we will, I'm looking forward to to Darren changing her mind and loving the Snyder Cut next week as well. It's going to be awesome.
We'll see.
We'll see. George Williams, $5 holla, no message. Appreciate the love. Patrick Ray says, Darren, take my money. Appreciate you, Patrick. Cole Wallace says, past 2 nights, me and my friend watched Man of Steel and BVS Ultimate Edition. We are so hyped for the Snyder Cut, dude. That's awesome, Cole. I'm pumped that people are pumped, man. I feel like the Snyder fans have had a long road for this. They deserve
I'm excited for
moment.
People who like Snyder. Wish I could feel what you're feeling.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's fair, Darren. Darren, you just made me smile inside a little bit. To bring your cold-hearted self. I mean, to bring yourself a little bit closer to. No, we appreciate you. You're sweet. Valiant Archers.
So one of my favorite things, like when you really don't like something and you get really offended by it, sometimes you just have to sit back and go, it's not for you.
True.
It wasn't for you. And it's for a lot of other people that aren't you. So.
Whoa. No, I agree. Valiant Archer says DDR is an A+ addition to the Den. Justice for Cyclops. Darren's Danger Room is definitely a great addition. I'm glad you like it, Valiant Archer. Appreciate you. The Nerd Theorist with the $10 hala says, I've been keeping a track on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If mutants are in it, they were added post-COVID delays last minute. Also, Steve's funeral happening episode 1 is a no. Take my money. Nerd Theorist, I actually believe you. But I'm hoping you're wrong because I want mutants. But thank you for the update. And that would be really interesting with no funeral. I wonder if that's true. Kevin says, just making a donation. Not much to say, but take my money. Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate it. I know Darren appreciates it. We appreciate you. Andre, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. And then Andre follows up by saying, here for when James McAvoy shows up at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and his name is Maya Hughes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Andre. Yo. Well done, sir. Well done. Jordan Baldridge says, I really hope Martin Manhunt. Hey! Watch that spoiler talk. Happy International Women's Day week,
Martian
month,
Manhunter?
etc. Yeah, apparently Martian Manhunter is going to be in the Snyder Cut.
So fun. I like him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's a character I like other than Batman and Superman.
There you go.
I don't know why. Actually, I don't love him as much as I like Batman and Superman, but I don't know. I think he's fun.
Yeah. No, I mean,
like
Martian Manhunter is cool, dude.
It's like the weird, quiet, serious dude.
Yeah.
Giving me Beast vibes.
Yeah, he's awesome. I like Johns a lot. He's cool. He's cool. Jim Henry says, what's up?
I'd like to see some really cool prosthetics for that.
I mean, I've seen.
No, they'd make him super CGI.
I've seen what he looks like. I think he looks cool, but it is Snyder's style, so I don't know.
We'll
CGI.
See.
We'll see what you think. I'm a boo on you. Jim Henry says, waiting for Snyder to throw an Evan Peters alternate universe Flash into Justice League just to kick MCU sweaties while they're down. Oh, Jim Henry. Oh, you hurt me so bad. Jim Henry.
I like the Arrowverse. Well, actually, no, I haven't seen. The only show I've seen is Flash. I thought it was very cute.
I like that show. Yeah, I actually have a soft spot for a lot of those shows, but I
saw Supergirl, and it was not good.
Yeah, the first season of Supergirl's trash. There's parts of the second season that are okay.
Yeah.
Brian Jeff says, have never been able to get into DC stuff. Still excited to check out the show with y'all. Gonna be a long few days. Take my Money? Indeed, Brian. Thank you,
I'll catch it apprehensively.
Yeah, right?
You want to know why? It's because being a part of community is very fun. It's the shit. And that's why the Nerd Vendors are the shit. Because being a part of something feels good, you guys.
It does feel good. It does feel good. And honestly, tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Like, I'm super pumped to hang out with everybody. There's so many people that are going to hang with us for 4 hours tonight. And it's going to be crazy.
That's so cool. That's like, honestly, really dope.
It is. It's so fun.
If I didn't have the old 9 to 5.
Yeah, dude, trust me.
With like work and stuff.
I know. We have some people that are going to go to work like right afterwards, and they're going to be like, and I was like, you are crazy. And some of these people are like,
I have meetings all day tomorrow. So
that's rough.
Fun stuff.
That is rough. Lawrence, welcome to the Nerd Vengers at the Nerd Venger Prime level. Make sure you check out this Sunday's video, and then there won't be one next week, but then after that, we're going to really ramp stuff up at the Prime level for the Sunday streams. Definitely make sure you check that out. This week's going to be really good, though. I'm going to be talking a lot about YouTube. And then Illister, I think is how I'll pronounce that. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers at the Prime level as well, sir. And everything I just said to Lawrence goes for you as well. George Williams with the $1 holler. Thank you so much. And then Rogue Soul says, that thing that I say, I don't know. I'm trying to sleep for the Snyder Cut. Yeah, get out of here, man. Keanu Reeves for Ghost Rider or bust. Alma Browie says, I got to keep my stimulus, but take my money and help me join Nerd Vengers. Hashtag lightweight boner. Amen, Alma. Get that lightweight boner. And I'm sorry.
Quarter chub.
Yeah, get a quarter chub on. And what are you talking about? You need help, like as in, with the link or something? Is that what you're saying? We will help you. We got you. Colista says, Darren, loved you from the beginning. But after learning you're a fan of R&M and The Expanse, I love you an unreasonable amount. So glad you're a part of this team.
Aw, thank you. We're chit-chatting in the Discord.
No, I did. I saw a little bit of that. What's the R&M?
Yeah.
What's that?
R&M. Now I'm like, my brain is not moving fast enough.
It's not the books, right? Or is it?
Am I stupid? What the fuck are we talking about?
Anyway.
No, I'm like,
Calista, no, we appreciate you, and I'm glad you love Darren, man. I'm glad you love Darren so much. And The Expanse, I've heard, is very, very good. I personally have never checked it out.
The Expanse is so good.
That is what I have heard for sure.
Really, I am obsessed. If you want a show where you're actually truly surprised, which rarely happens these days, check out The Expanse, because it is riveting and smart and clever and upsetting and good.
Well, I like most of those things. I don't know if I like upsetting,
a
la boner joke. George Williams says, the controversial episode was a great example of strong disagreements, but are also civil and entertaining. Best stream.
Oh, Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. There it is. Yeah.
N for more and
Rick and Morty. Yeah. Makes sense.
Thank
you, George. George was saying our controversial episode wasn't that bad. That we were good.
I mean, I guess maybe I'm biased because I'm like the person in it, and I'm like, I don't watch it. Like, fuck you, Darren, to myself. So
yeah, right. You're over there like, of course it was the shit. Everybody.
No, I just think when we disagree, it's all fun game time.
Yeah. I agree. Pimpin' Inc. 520 says, I'm a broke venture, but I've always wanted a shout out. Well, there you go, Pimpin' Inc. 520.
Well, you know what? Now it is your moment.
There you go.
Thank you for that.
Joey says, hyped for you to finally see the freedom down here in Florida. If you ever want to hit the Palm Beach area, hit me up. Hope the move goes well. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, I might be taking a trip down to Miami in the next couple of weeks. I could use a little vacation. So
lovely.
Yes, we'll see. Alex Ramos says, what if Toby ends up as random named Bill Balls? Oh, God, why?
See what you do when you obsess over
I didn't do it. It was Feige. It was your guy, Feige, that you say nobody should hate on.
I'm not saying no one should hate on it, but it just made me laugh when people are like, it's like, I'm fucking done with Feige. And I'm like, no, you're not. Let's just relax.
Yeah. Patrick Ray says, one more time. I will be here for the Snyder Cut. Take my money. Patrick, can't wait to see you, brother. We appreciate the love.
When are you starting that? Like what time?
2:30 a.m. So 3 hours from now. Yeah, we're going to get through these next couple super chats. We're going to get the fuck out of here, all right? Scott says, I just joined the chat. Did you see that Zack Snyder dissed Geeks and Gamers? I did not see that, but that's hilarious.
Jeez.
Someone send that to me. Mike Porter says, Parker is Park Outdoors. We once closed down a Twitch stream by posting too many emojis in the stream. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Mike. Right on, brother. Right on. Hero Dares Fire. Yeah, I think that's Hero Dares Fire. Gonna stay up for tonight for the Snyder Cut and possibly lose my job in the morning. Hey, you tell your boss. Here's what you gotta do. You walk in the morning. You go right up to your boss and you say, listen up, motherfucker. I just watched the Snyder Cut. I'm a little bit tired.
I'm going through a lot right now.
And I'm going through a lot because the Snyder Cut was incredible. I heard even Darren Wood from Darren's Danger Room is turning and is going to like it. And your boss will probably be like, who is that? And then you slap him right in the face.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't know, then he needs to shut the fuck up.
You see, the difference is if I would do this, I would just be on the internet like with my face. And so my boss would be like, I could see you. Like you were awake 2 hours ago.
Very true.
And that's why you're not paying attention.
That's like, very true. Yeah, you have a slightly different situation. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get away with it. It says, so enjoy my little bits. P.S. Where can I watch The Expanse? Well, we appreciate you, brother. And I think
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime, right? Yeah. And then Alexander Noir. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. And then let's see what's going on in the chat. And we're probably going to get out of here in like 10 minutes, Darren.
I feel you.
Yeah, sorry.
You got a lot going on tonight.
Yeah.
It's 2:30. Just wow.
2:30. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's not going to be like my last watch party or staying up late. And it's going to be an interesting day when someone from my work catches me just slacking and streaming, and they're like, dude.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll figure it out. We'll make sure you're protected. Kevin T, welcome to the Nerd Vengers, man. Appreciate that. And then Kevin says, more people need to take note on that controversial episode. People can agree to disagree and debate in a peaceful, civil manner. Yeah, man, that's very nice. That's very nice. And I'm glad that we're getting some support from that. That's nice to see because, yeah, I mean, I'm joking about it, but I definitely didn't want you guys to be feeling weird, so.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good that you're not.
It's all love, baby.
It's all love. It's love. It's always love. All right. That's going to do it for us. Darren, where can the people find your other YouTube videos, your Patreon? Plug away.
Everything is just literally my first and last name, which is DarynWood. Darren Wood. Everything is Darren Wood. So if you just Google Darren Wood,
then you shall be on your way. Excellent.
There's also like a link tree in my Instagram. You're just like,
this is what I'm talking about here. Jimin says now would be a hilarious time to drop that mandatory extra 30 minutes to the stream. Yeah. So I'll talk to you about this later, Darren. But we're gonna start like introducing like digital items that they can like use to like affect the stream. So there's like a time stone,
like those little card things.
Kind of, yeah. I'll explain it later. But yeah, that's exactly why you guys are gonna probably make my life.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, but I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, my last $5 demands a belly rub. P.S. Darren is the reason I'm here. P.P.S. Do it, and I'll join the Prime level tomorrow when I get paid. Kyle, I said no. I must be firm on the no belly rub thing, at least for a little bit. We'll see. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Love you. And
love you guys. You're the best.
As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And we will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video.